question regarding the sniping bots. Why was this bonus not adjusted to avoid this exploit?
Technically it is, but I can't give much information on that one.
Gotcha. Okay. What fell through or went wrong? So with the fell through part, as he was saying previously, it's just talking to professionals, talking to partners and people that you're working with, and trying to get a hard yes and then following through with that. Like, for example, if I told you, like, I can make some really great artwork, and I know myself, I've been working, making great drawings for years now, and I know that I could probably get you this picture of a shoe drawn up in a week, and so I give you that week time frame, and then I deliver it. Talking to another group or party, if I say, yeah, hey, can you guys do this, and they're like, oh yeah, absolutely, and then they don't do it, it's really hard to make someone do something, and then tell you guys about it without telling you exactly what we're doing, because it's kind of like the whole buy the rumor, sell the news type thing. If you wanted to expand a little bit more on that too, Owen.
Yeah, it's a lot of what we were kind of speaking about earlier, like what fell through or went wrong, because a lot of it is still in the pipeline. We can't really release exact information on it. One of the things that I can't speak on that one either. But we do have something nice that's coming up at the end of this AMA. This is one that thankfully did not fall through. We had to push it back by a day or two. But again, this was pushed back in the thankful knowledge that we hadn't announced anything on it yet. So it's a lot easier for things to be pushed back when there's no expectation about it actually coming out. So I think that's kind of the most important thing to take from this. We've had a lot of things fall through when we're working with promoters or marketers or YouTubers, stuff like that. I mean, one of the videos that we had go up on YouTube, it went up about a month late, and it was practically pointless by the time it went up. And it's kind of the difficult part of it then. When you're paying in cryptocurrency, it's a lot more difficult to actually chase somebody up on it. And when you're talking in amounts of, maybe a couple of $1,000 at maximum, maybe a couple of $100, the price to chase it up costs more money than actually getting it back. So this is unfortunately one of the risks that you're going to take getting into cryptocurrency. And there are even one or two scams that are really well operated. Like, there's one YouTuber who had their account compromised, and they were a Turkish YouTuber with a lot of views on their channel. But they would send through a message from themselves confirming that they own the channel, etc., and they would get a payment. This guy actually made a video on DOGIRA, and it looked pretty good. I couldn't understand it, so maybe that was a bit too trusting on my part. But yeah, made a video on DOGIRA and said, oh no, yeah, I'll just put it live, you just need to give me this small payment. Thinking, oh, that's brilliant service. I wish everybody else did that. I wouldn't have to chase them for weeks. And then the account was gone. So it was stuff like that happens, unfortunately, and it's nearly like having a write-off in theft for insurance. Like a shop that would run with that would typically say 1% is written off as theft, and in crypto, unfortunately, it happens as well. So we've had some things like that. We're generally very careful about actually handing over any money. This thankfully happened a long time ago, back when we were around the 2-cent range. So we didn't have enough money to even allow him to rob from us. But stuff like that happens. I mean, we have people that back out of deals, or people that come through way too late on them. It's unfortunately just how things are going at the moment, particularly in a bull market, when people are trying to make quick money wherever they can. And often we find that some YouTubers are taking on 20, 30 clients at a time, and they might be able to produce like 2 videos a week, stuff like that. We do as much due diligence around this as we can, but unfortunately it comes down to how much truth we're told when working with them. As back when we were at the 2-3 cent range, we weren't really in a position to pay them after the job was done. Nobody knew who we were. Nobody knew who we were. But when it comes down to it now, we're able to be a lot more deliberate in dealing with people like this. So it's a lot safer for us to get things out without, people vanishing with money. But unfortunately, there still is the risk that they will simply not have it out on time, or they won't be available on the day. And as good as it is, if we get a video and it's out a few days late, whatever, we're still going to get the same traffic. if a couple of things are happening that are time sensitive, like say with reducing the liquidity or anything like that, it can be a lot more devastating when a lot of things fall through on the same day. And that's the unfortunate truth on it. So yeah, a lot of things have gone wrong or fell through in the past. We never really needed to talk too much about them, just for the sole fact that there was no real damage done because nothing was planned, promised, or expected. The most we'd be able to be maybe $100, which, lesson learned, we'll cover it. But yeah, that's the honest truth on it.